It gives me great joy to welcome you all to our daughter Anushri's Ranga Pravesh this afternoon. We have been looking forward to this day since the day she started learning Odissi under the guidance of Guru Supradipta Datta of Kalaangan almost 10 years ago. The day is finally here after a lot of sweat and perspiration. Hard work and dedication on her and everybody's part. At the time we had planned this Ranga Pravesh back in 2019, there was no pandemic in this world. So when COVID-19 hit in March 2020 and continued through this year, we had to make several adjustments to the event in terms of format, venue, and attendance. To ensure the safety and well-being of all with health, hygiene, and social distancing protocols in place, we decided to have a very small gathering for her Ranga Pravesh dance performance and then have a virtual watch party later, hopefully with a much larger and global audience of all our friends, relatives, and well-wishers. We are honored to have you as our most revered guests to grace this occasion and to bless our daughter on this special day. I hope you can also watch the virtual watch party that will be scheduled later in August. Now it's time to welcome our two MCs. One beautiful young lady is Anusha De, who just graduated from University of Texas, Austin in business and computer science. She's heading to work for Facebook in New York City soon as a software engineer. In addition to dancing, she enjoys baking and running in her free time. The other young lady is our older daughter, Anupriya, who graduated from Texas A&M as a chemical engineer 2 years ago and works at a large chemical plant in the south side of Houston. They are both Shishyas or disciples of Guru Supradipta Datta as well. They are much better speakers and much better looking than I am, so I welcome them now to the podium to take you through the rest of today's program.
Thank you for the generous introduction. Anupriya and I would like to welcome you to the Odissi Ranga Pravesh of Anushri Gupta, or Pia as we lovingly call her, and we want to thank you for being here with us. Although this is not a typical Ranga Pravesh, and you are all joining us virtually instead of in person, Pia is thankful for your blessings and support. However, we are blessed today to have the physical presence of Pia's mentor, Ms. Vahishta Kaikobad, and renowned Bharatanatyam Guru, Srimati Lavanya Rajgopalan.
Odissi is one of the 8 original Indian classical dance forms originating from the eastern Indian state of Odisha. It is based on ancient scriptures and has evolved as a spiritual expression of devotion to the deity Lord Jagannath. Odissi is characterized by fluid chin, eye, and torso movements, which are juxtaposed by the firm footwork in the basic positions of joka, or the square, and Tribhangi, or the 3 bends. Ranga Pravesh literally means entering or ascending of the stage. In ancient times, a Ranga Pravesh signified an artist's mastery of the performance as a solo artist. Although in my unbiased opinion, this particular dancer has indeed captured the essence of this beautiful dance form, today the Ranga Pravesh has evolved into something a little different. A Ranga Pravesh today is an opportunity for a proud guru to present their shishya, or disciple, to the public. This occasion marks the dancer's proficiency to present her Odissi skills to God, her guru, and the audience.
This evening, Pia commences her recital with a Mangalacharan. This is an invocatory composition and typically is the first presentation of the Odissi repertoire. It begins with Mancha Pravesh or Patra Pravesh, that is, the entrance of the dancer on the stage. On her entrance, the dancer invokes the blessings of Lord Jagannath for an auspicious beginning. This is followed by Bhumi Pranam, the salutation to Mother Earth. Next, in the Ishtadev Stuti or Bandhana, the main prayer in Mangalacharan, the dancer shows devotion to Lord Ram. The blue-hued warrior has a complexion like the color of a peacock's neck. He is worshipped by the gods as well as the wise men of this earth. He broke Lord Shiva's bow to marry Janaki. He is a friend to the mountain-bearing mighty Hanuman, and he is the one who rides the chariot of flowers. Bandhana is followed by Sabha Pranam, where the dancer greets and salutes the audience. Mangalacharan concludes with the Trikhandi Pranam, a three-part salutation to the gods and goddesses, the Guru, and the audience. Keki Kantha Ram Vandana is based on rags Megh and Kedar. It is set to Chatustra Jati Ektal, a cycle of 4 beats. Music composition is by Pandit Raghunath Panigrahi, and dance choreography is by the legendary Guru Shri Kelucharan Mahapatra. Please welcome Pia on stage.
What a beautiful beginning to this evening's performance, and I'm sure it's just a hint of what's to come. Indian classical dances have been described as sculptures in motion. Odissi, especially to this day, has uncanny resemblances to the statues found engraved on the temple walls. The exponents of the dance form had to refine the movements and have incorporated existing dance diction to come up with the modern form of Odissi. One of the defining pieces of Odissi is the Pallavi. Anushri now presents a Pallavi based on Rag Hansadhwani. It is a rag whose note arrangement emotes the mood of a beautiful night. The dance choreography of this Pallavi elaborates on this mood through rhythmic motifs. Pallavi falls under the Nritta category of the classical dance form, which is the technical, non-interpretive, pure dance aspect. Graceful, fluid, and sensual, this Pallavi is like a moving love poem. Hansadhwani Pallavi particularly is divided into distinct stanzas, each accentuating a different beat cycle. Both the dance and the music evolve in complexity as the dancer traces multiple patterns in space, interpreting the music dexterously in the multi-layered dimensions of tal or rhythm and laya or speed. In this composition, as in all Pallavis, the music and the movements build up gradually to climax in complex patterns, highlighting these rhythmic variations executed within the basic cycle of 4 beats. Hansadhwani Pallavi is set to a base of Ektali, a cycle of 4 beats, with rhythmic variations of 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 beats within this Ektali. The choreography is by legendary Padma Vibhushan Guru Sri Kelucharan Mohapatra, and music composition is by Pandit Bhuvaneshwar Mishra.
dire na tana dire na tana na tana na tana tana dire na tana na tana na tana tana dire na 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 tana na tana na tana na tana na
Hamsadhwani Pallavi has always been one of my favorites. I love the part where the dancer has a conversation with the musicians, the Jugma Danda. Now, we will hear a few messages from Pia's family members in India.
So they all wanted to be here, but they all send their blessings. So here is a message from her beloved Babai and Mamai, my in-laws, Shri Bisharup Gupta and Srimati Ratna Gupta. My dear Pia, our best wishes for your Odissi Ranga Pravesh function. We will miss you and we will miss the important milestones in your dance career, but look forward to seeing it virtually. Pia Shona, asha kori bhalo acho, amra jani tomar naচ খুব ভালো হবে। আমাদের প্রাণ ভরা আদর ও ভালোবাসা নিও। Yours loving, Babai and Mamai. Her beloved Kaku, Shri Amitabh Gupta. Hi Pia, this is your Kaku. You have always performed effortlessly with lot of poise, grace, rhythmic movements and dramatic expressions. We are looking forward to another splendid performance. Wish you all the best. This is her, my sister-in-law, Dr. Devolina Gupta. We call her Shoma. This is your Choma or Chotoma. All the very best for your performance. I have always been mesmerized by your graceful movements and the hard work you put in to make your dance So amazing. Lots of love. Then this is from her cousin Auditri Gupta. This is your cousin, sister Auditri or Tisha. I am super excited to see you perform today. As an Odissi dancer myself, I have always gained inspiration from your dedication and love towards the dance form. Wish you the very best for your performance. Lots of love. This is from her beloved Nani or my mother, Srimati Abha Sen. It was July 18th, 2003. It was raining from the morning and Arup left for the hospital early. The baby was to come that day. Arup came back with a big smile after some time and announced the baby has arrived, and he named her Anushri, and Pia is her pet name. This was 18 years ago, and now the little baby has become a pretty young lady, all of 18. The apple of her Tadi's eyes, or her sister, she has the most endearing smile, and whoever sees her remembers her sweet nature. She was her grandpa's favorite. Every evening he would take her in her arms and cradle her to sleep. She has the wonderful disposition of her mother, my daughter, me, and her gracefulness shows in her dance. Thanks to Supradipta, her dance teacher, who with all her dedication has brought her to this level. Now it is time to have her Ranga Pravesh. May God bless her in all her endeavors and may she attain the fullest in life. With lots of love and blessings and tons of hugs, Nani. And this is a video clip from my brother, Shri Ashish Sen, her mami, my Baumoni, Srimati Apurna Sen, her sister or my niece, Anushka Sen.
Hello Pia.
Hello Pia, best of luck. তোমার রঙ্গ প্রবেশের জন্যে ইউ আর দ্য বেস্ট ওডিসি ডান্সার আমার হিসেবে তোমার এক্সপ্রেশন দি বেস্ট তোমার স্মাইল দি বেস্ট তোমার চোখের এক্সপ্রেশন দি বেস্ট সো বেস্ট অফ লাক
অ্যাবসলিউটলি পিয়া তোমার ছোটবেলা থেকে বড় হতে দেখেছি খুব ভালো তুমি ডান্স করো তোমার প্রত্যেকটা প্রোগ্রাম দেখেছি রাইট যত সুন্দর তোমার এক্সপ্রেশন ততই সুন্দর গ্রেসফুল ইউ আর হ্যাঁ অল দ্য বেস্ট ভালোই হবে
বেস্ট অফ লাক
অল দ্য বেস্ট
Thank you everyone so much for your love and blessings. We are so happy that from halfway across the globe, you could still be part of Pia's special day today. While I have control of the mic and while family members get to share their stories about Pia, I think I will take the same opportunity to do so. So I'll switch a little bit from being MC to being her big sister / biggest fan. Pia and I are 6 years apart, so I have spent a long time referring to her as my baby tiny sister. But over the past few years, I've gotten to watch her develop this hilarious and mature personality. But I wouldn't do this. Growing up, she was always so shy and kept to herself and was perfectly content to just hang out with me and our parents, to the point where on the first day of school every year, we would give her a very specific assignment to just make one friend, just one friend. And even though now she has formed some very good relationships and friendships, some of who we will get to hear from later this evening, she is still very family oriented and very happy to spend time with her crazy family, even after being stuck at home for the past year and a half with us. Even though Pia is the little sister, she often acts like the big sister. She makes me feel better when I'm upset or stressed. She would be useful right now. She gives the best hugs. She picks the best movies and shows for us to watch together, and she takes lots of silly selfies with me. Even though I still squish her cheeks every chance I get, and I call her my small friend, and I am very much in denial that she is somehow a high school graduate and going to college in less than a month, I also know that she is mature and selfless beyond her years, and that our family would be completely dysfunctional without her. It's amazing for me to get to watch Bia dance today. This is my first time watching her do some of these dances, because as she was practicing, she never let any of us be in her vicinity while she practiced until a couple of weeks ago. Preparation was grueling and tiresome for her, and she was never in the mood for us to be anywhere near her during or after her practice sessions. On the first day that she allowed me to even be on the same floor as her, be downstairs while she practiced dance, I watched her get so frustrated that she ripped off her ghungroos and just angrily laid on the floor under the fan for some time. Not even 30 seconds later, she was up and practicing the next dance of her repertoire, smiling sweetly and doing the facial expressions or the abhinaya associated with the dance. I was not only impressed but terrified at how quickly she could switch gears. But using that same determination and that same strength, she's gotten to the point today where instead of dramatically ripping off her ghungroos, she makes every dance look effortless and graceful. One thing about her performances today that do make sense, though, is all of her perfectly sculpturesque poses. She has a lot of practice. Every family vacation we would go on, we would go sightseeing, as one does, and she would stop and pose like every single statue we ever saw. And we have a whole album of these photos. Just ask me afterwards and I'll show you my favorites. Pia teaches me so much, from how to style various outfits because I can't, to how to use watercolors because I can't do that either, to what certain emojis mean because I can't keep up with these trends. Most importantly, she teaches me how to be a patient and loving sister. Pia, my not-so-small friend, I am so proud of you for completing your Ranga Pravesh today. You've risen to the challenge during such a crazy time in this world, and every day you surprise me with what you can achieve when you just decide for yourself that you're going to achieve it. Simple as that. Please never forget this, especially when you go to college this fall. The world is your stage. Just gotta show the audience what you can do. And I'll always be in the front row cheering you on. All right, back to MC mode, because I'm so excited to see the rest of her dances today. Before the break, we had just enjoyed the lilting music of Pallavi. Now we move on to the serene beauty of Oriya poetry. As we have been charmed by the grace and beauty of Mangalacharan and Pallavi, the Odissi repertoire next features Abhinaya, the expression of deep sentiments and emotions. The essence of life and human nature is portrayed through the telling of stories. Usually these stories are from Hindu mythology, although other stories can be portrayed as well. In an abhinaya, the dancer conveys the meaning of the song mainly through her mudras, or hand gestures, and facial expressions. Today's first abhinaya is a popular Oriya song, Na Ja Jamuna, a conversation between Radha and her friend. Now, Anushri will do a brief demonstration to narrate the story to us. Radha is eager to go meet Krishna. She hears his flute's sweet melody that endears her heart. However, her friend forbids Radha to go to the banks of river Jamuna to fetch water, as she knows that the mischievous Krishna is waiting there for Radha. And the friend knows that the moment Radha sets eyes on Krishna, she will be deliriously love-struck. She will be mesmerized by his lotus eyes and enigmatic smile, and all of Radha's pride and self-respect will be forgotten. Radha's friend suspects that Krishna, who is mighty enough to move mountains and slay venomous snakes, is also smitten by Radha. She knows that if these two meet, there will be no stopping them. So, as a precaution, Radha's friend tries to keep her from going to the river Jamuna. Naja Jamuna is based on Rag Saveri and is set to Tal Malika, a combination of various beat cycles. Music composition is by Sri Vinod Bihari Panda, and rhythm composition is by Sri Vijay Kumar Parikh. Dance choreography is by Guru Vichitrananda Swine, and Pia had the opportunity to learn this composition in a workshop with Srimati Sri Radha Bal.
Bossi se সহি নজা যমুনা নজা যমুনা লো সহি নজা যমুনা তো নাম গোটি জীবিকা করি বুলে গিরি টেকা 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 যেতে মনা কলে হেলে যেতে মনা কলে হেলে যেতে মনা কলে হেলে নকরে ঘেনা নজা যমুনা লো সহি নজা যমুনা নজা যমুনা লো সহি নজা যমুনা এবার যে যেতে বাড়ি নাহান্তি তীরে সংখালি 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 তোহ ঠারে লাখিছি তোহ ঠারে লাখিছি তোহ ঠারে লাখিছি তোহ ঠারে লাখিছি তামন সিনা নজা যমুনা লো সহি নজা যমুনা নজা যমুনা লো সহি নজা যমুনা ঘাট জগি বসিছি সে ঘাট জগি বসিছি সে ছইল কানা নজা যমুনা রে সহি নজা যমুনা নজা যমুনা রে সহি নজা যমুনা নজা যমুনা রে সহি নজা যমুনা
What a beautiful abhinaya. I love how the dances portray stories that we can relate to, in addition to the mythological ones. To me, one of the best things about classical dance is how close it brings us to our Indian roots and heritage by immersing the dancer and the audience in the lives of the gods and goddesses. For example, in Hinduism, we worship Radha and Krishna. But in this dance, we have gotten to see the human side of their personalities. The next presentation is a rag-based Bengali song called Phagun Legechhe Sakhe Sakhe. It is an exuberant description of the season of spring. Phagun, or Phalgun, is the 12th month of the Hindu calendar, and as per the Western calendar, corresponds to a period from February to March. It is the time for Holi, the festival of colors. The song describes nature, adorned in a vibrant attire that colors the breeze, the sky, the earth, and each branch of the trees. In Hindu mythology, Radha and Krishna's divine love is often portrayed in the depictions of various popular festivals, such as Holi. The song Phagun Legechhe, Sakhe, Sakhe paints a vivid picture of Krishna, Radha, and the Gopinis playing Holi blissfully in brochure. This rendition of the song brings out the playful nature of the relationship between Radha and Krishna, but it has a subtle underlying notion of surrender to the divinity that Krishna represents. Phagun Legechhe Sakhe Sakhe is based on Rag Hansa Dhwani. It is set to Ek Tali, a rhythm cycle of 4 beats. Music composition and lyrics are by Srimati Ayesha Mukherjee, while music arrangement is by Shri Prattyush Banerjee. Today's rendition of the song is sung by Srimati Piu Mukherjee, and dance choreography is by Srimati Supradipta Datta.
শাখে শাখে বসুন্ধরায় আজি আনন্দ প্রভাতে। বসুন্ধরায় আজি আনন্দ প্রভাতে রং ছড়ালো আকাশে বাতাসে ফাগুন লেগেছে শাখে শাখে বসুন্ধরায় আজি আনন্দ প্রভাতে। ব্রজগণ নেশায় মগন রঙিন হাওয়ায় আজি দোলে ত্রিভুবন যেন নবজীবন খেলাতে হাসিতে বেলা বয়ে যায়। সাকি বাগানে চোখে স্বপ্ন জাগলো কত মনে প্রাণে ভালোবাসার দোলা লাগে ফাগুন লেগেছে শাখে শাখে বসুন্ধরায় আজি আনন্দ প্রভাতে রং ছড়ালো আকাশে বাতাসে ফাগুন লেগেছে শাখে শাখে বসুন্ধরায় আজি আনন্দ প্রভাতে আজি আনন্দ প্রভাতে আজি আনন্দ প্রভাতে
Pia portrayed the vibrant, playful mood of the song so beautifully. It makes me wish it was already holy. Now, we come to the second Pallavi of the evening. This composition is based on Rag Mangal Dhwani. As we mentioned earlier, a Pallavi is an elaboration of music and dance that starts with slow, lilting motions and gradually builds up to an intricate array of quintessential sequence of movements in fast tempo. However, Mangal Dhwani Pallavi is an exception to this norm. This beautiful, very complicated Pallavi starts with rapid movements where the dancer, from the beginning, delivers sculpturesque poses in asymmetric patterns through innovative choreographies. In Mangal Dhwani Pallavi, we will see symmetrical lines and exuberant leaps that contrast with subtle neck and eye gestures. This Pallavi portrays graceful, feminine movements. It highlights the fluidity of the art form and infuses a soft visual effect. Fast footwork brings the sculptures of the temples to life with soothing stances and poses. Mangal Dhwani Pallavi is set to Ek Tali, a 4-beat rhythm cycle. Music composition is by Shri Shribhash Satyapati and Shri Satyabrata Kat, and dance choreography is by Guru Shri Ratikant Mahapatra.
Hey,
Sa
झेणु ताझेणु ताझेणु तारी ताझम ताझम तारी झम ताझेणु झेणु ताझेणु ताझेणु
Wow, I know I just said Mangal Dhwani Pallavi was very complicated, but Pia made that look so easy and effortless. Now, we will hear from some of Pia's friends. There will be video messages. First, we'll hear from Pia's friend, Divya.
Hi, my name is Divya Matthews. I know Anushri from art class. We've known each other for about 6 to 7 years now, so I would say I know her quite well. Anushri is an empowered woman who is always willing to work hard to get what she wants. This is seen through her artwork, where she'll work months and weeks just to make sure she's proud of her work. Anushri is also a compassionate person and is always willing to listen what you have to say and will give her helpful insight onto any problems or issues you may have. That is why I'm proud to call Anushri my friend and continue to get to know her at A&M.
Next, we'll hear from Pia's friend, Adi.
I met Anushri not too long ago. We've only really been friends for about 2.5 years, but those 2.5 years have been some of the best years of my life. Anushri's been there for me through it all, through bad bang trims and our nightmarish physics class, and through the pandemic we couldn't see each other. And as I write this, though, I'm looking forward to finally seeing her in person again next week. I often think about what a pandemic without Anushri would have been like, and I'm so happy to say that I will never have to know. That girl got me through it with phone calls and stupid pictures and late night physics lessons that ended with very little hope remaining for my A. Honestly, I fully credit her with my grade in that class. It would not have happened if it wasn't for her endless patience. You'll never really find someone quite like Anushri. Someone so down to earth but so funny, so willing to have a good time. Someone so smart who just cannot figure out the stock market. So honest yet so kind. She's the kind of friend who will stay on the phone until your assignment is done, who will go out of her way to help you at any time, and who makes an art piece of your favorite song just for a birthday present. Anushri is a forever kind of friend, someone who just sticks around even if she's far away. She's someone who wholeheartedly supports those she loves, no matter how bizarre their ideas. And trust me, I have quite a few bizarre ideas. I am prouder of her than I am of myself. Watching her walk across the stage at graduation brought me so much pride and joy, not only because of what she accomplished, but of what she's going to accomplish. She's moving off to college, making a life for herself in this big world, which is a scary place for all of us, especially for someone without a thyroid. But what she doesn't have in her endocrine system, she does have in brains. Biomedical engineering is not for the faint of heart, but my girl has the boldest heart I know. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I do know that you're going to do amazing things and make discoveries that save lives. I am preemptively proud of you, and I was yesterday, and I will be tomorrow. To the girl of many names, Anushri, Noosh, Noosh.goop, Mushu, classmate, genius, and best friend, I will always be right behind you.
Now we will hear from Lynn.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and to be quite frank, I'm a person that has big aspirations, but never the motivation to accomplish them. In fact, I continuously find myself afraid to reach out and start the journey towards those grand ambitions. But Anushri, she is like the North Star Polaris. She helps shine the pathway towards my dreams, always being incredibly kind and empathetic to my struggles. I have never met anyone close to being as selfless as her. Her own dreams do not stop her from halting and lending someone a bit of her time, as long as it means that they get to succeed with her. She's generous in more ways than one. Her soul is beautiful inside and out. And before anyone can think of any more ways she can be absolute perfection. She showcases her talents in the arts of painting and dancing. I always admire her for this ability, the ability to juggle as many dishes as she does, from carrying her immense intelligence that she does to her many creative activities. She is exceptional. Meeting her all those years ago has truly brought me more happiness than I could ever imagine. She constantly looks out for me, always wanting the best, and I can't thank her enough for tugging me along the road to a brighter future. Despite me grumbling about wanting more sleep and being too lazy, I owe a lot of my success to her, and I hope she understands my gratefulness to have her by my side. She is so full of compassion and warmth that it bleeds into you, really. It never making you feel alone. Truly the star Polaris. And like that star, I'm sure she shines bright on the stage as she showcases her pride in her culture. She molds the art of dancing to come as second nature to her, something she does with everything she comes across. I'm honored to witness her reach a new height within her dancing journey, and I truly can't believe I am fortunate enough to have her as my friend, my close confidant. Thank you.
Finally, we will hear from Amanda.
Hi, my name is Amanda, and I have known Anushri for 6 years. Wow, saying 6 years makes me feel kind of old. Anyways, Anushri and I met in 7th grade choir class, and since then I have been so blessed to know such a kind, talented, and loving person. I've seen Anushri drive her passion for music, and she's become such an amazing musician, and I'm so glad that I got to be her friend through this whole journey of life, and I'm so glad that she got to inspire me as well. Now, one of my favorite middle school memories with Anushri is performing my first ever duet ever with Anushri. We sang What a Girl Is from Liv and Maddie. Anushri, I know you remember. It was for our choir 7th grade spring pop show. Yes, that's what it was called. And it was just the most special thing to me. I'm pretty sure my grandma still has it recorded somewhere. But I wanted to not only focus on the past, because, you know, I could probably talk for a couple hours about our 6 years of our friendship, but I wanted to focus on the future. And Anushri is going to be starting a new life at Texas A&M University. You know, full-time college student, gig 'em Ags. You're going to be my favorite Aggie. Don't tell your older sister I said that, because I love her too. She's amazing. But I know that Anushri will be having some shoes to fill, and not only will she fill them, I know she will exceed them, because Anushri will thrive and succeed at whatever she puts her mind to. And I wanted to wish her friends and family the best. You know, the Gupta family, y'all have always supported me, y'all have always been there for me, and I want to thank you so much for that. And now that I think about it, the Gupta family will now be empty nesters. You have no more kids at the house, you know, party. Anyways, I hope that the future is bright and full of positivity, just like Anushri is. And thank you so much for giving me a friend who made memories with me that I will cherish for a lifetime. Love you so much, Anushri. Bye.
So far this evening, you all have been witnesses to Pia's performing arts skills, but now we will get to hear from someone who has helped her cultivate her visual arts skills. Miss Bahishta had been a Montessori teacher for many, many years, but her love of art was truly rewarded when she started working for the Houston Museum of Fine Arts. Currently, she is also an art teacher at Glasell School of Art, and doing so, both her passion for teaching and art is soaring. She is also an active member of the Houston Zoroastrian Center, where she conducts her weekly art classes. She started out as Pia's art teacher 6 years ago, but has grown to become a member of this family. Ms. Bahishta has managed to conduct her weekly classes virtually throughout the pandemic to bring some normalcy to her art students. We are proud to feature artwork by both Pia and Ms. Bahishta as part of our decor today. Pia created the painting of Lord Jagannath on the table, and Miss Vahishta painted the dancer. It has been a joy to watch Pia's appreciation for the world of art grow as a result of Miss Vahishta's passionate and nurturing teachings. Miss Vahishta, if you could please join me at the podium and say a few words about Pia.
Thank you so much and good evening, everybody. It is an honor to be invited here, and I'm humbled to have had the opportunity to say a few words about this remarkable young woman that we know as Piu Gupta and the wonderful family, the Gupta family. So I don't know where to begin with everything that was just said. I was mesmerized by Pia's dancing, her grace, her beauty, her talent, her coordination, and her control is just overwhelming. But to just I don't even know if I will be able to read what I wrote, but I have known Anushri since her childhood days, particularly through the enrichment classes that we hold on Friday evenings at the Zoroastrian Heritage and Cultural Center. Pia was always accompanied by a very talented and wonderful Miss Aparna. I can't say enough about her. I'm so fortunate to be a part of their family. Always quiet and well-behaved, Pia was always artistically inclined. I had seen her even when I went to do outreach programs at her elementary school, and she always caught my eye with her beautiful artwork, her good manners. She always stood out amongst others. And her work habits reflected her characteristics of being resilient and patient, never giving up in the face of adversity. And she would work and rework at everything she did, just like Anupriya just mentioned about throwing out off her gungroos and then bouncing back and getting into action. Pia never gives up. Sometimes it would take her months to finish a painting, and we would kid her about it. But the results were always amazing. Delicate, soft and gentle, just like her personality. As Pia grew older, she stepped up as a popular mentor for all our summer program students and our summer programs held annually at the Zoroastrian Center. Highly dependable, Pia worked tirelessly in her spirit of helpfulness, taking charge of both the creative aspects of the program and also in organizing the material and maintaining the cleanliness, etc. She was an all-rounder. She is an all-rounder. Last year, virtual learning unfurled yet another latent talent in this remarkable young lady. Pia's creative skills proved to be an invaluable asset with her assistance in creating PowerPoints and lesson plans for virtual classes and workshops, not only at our enrichment school level, but at the level of promoting it to the Museum of Fine Arts, Houston, and being acknowledged as the best lesson plans. Be it day or night, Pia was my guardian angel in making all my online programs successful. Pia, I humbly say that you are my mentor and teacher through it all. And I don't think you're let off very easily from this. For all that you have done, I am eternally grateful. For all that you are and have grown up to be, I am extremely proud. There are some people who create an indelible mark in our lives. Pia, you are definitely one of them. All I can give you are our blessings. May your life always be a beautiful musical journey. May good health, good fortune, and happiness always embrace you. May God always guide you in your endeavors. You are truly a special young lady, and we love you very much. Thank you.
The next Abhinaya to be presented by Pia today is a composition describing the valor of Lord Ganesh in the Tandav form. The Tandav form is a style of dancing involving vigorous, brisk movements. Depending on the mood of these movements, there can be different types of Tandav. For example, when the dance represents exuberance, it is called Ananda Tandav. In contrast, when the vigorous movements represent anger and destruction, it is the Rudra Tandav. The inspiration for this piece comes from our scriptures, where Ganesh, the son of Girija, is depicted as Ashtabhuja Tandav Nritya Murti, or the 8-arm form of Ganesh dancing the Tandav. The verses of this composition describe the grace and beauty of the elephant-headed god. He is worshipped as the remover of all obstacles. This composition is infused with Shabda Nritya, an ancient tradition of dancing to simple words set in a rhythmic pattern and not to a tune, as with the rest of the song. Ganesh Tandav is based on Rag Bhairavi and set to Ektali, a rhythmic cycle of 4 beats. The music composition is by Sri Himanshu Shekhar Swain, and dance choreography is by our Guru's Guru, Srimati Aluga Kanunga.
Kharbam stulatanum Gajendra vadanam Kharbam stulatanum Gajendra vadanam Lambodaram sundaram Lambodaram sundaram Kharbam stulatanum Gajendra vadanam Kharbam stulatanum सुतं वन्दे शैलसुतासुतं सिद्धिप्रदं कामदं सिद्धिप्रदं कामदं सिद्धिप्रदं कामदं कामदं कामदम् ताण्डवनृत्यकारी गजानन ताण्डवनृत्यकारी गजानन ताण्डवनृत्यकारी गजानन ताण्डवनृत्यकारी
जय गणनायक विघ्न विनायक गजेन्द्र आनन नमस्तुते ता कृतक थे कृतक थे ता कृतक थे थे जय लंबोदर पाशांकुशधर तांडव नर्तके तौर्चत्रिके तांडव नर्तके तौर्चत्रिके धागे धाते कधीनी धागे धाते नाक धीनी धागे धाते कधीनी तगधीनी 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 धेता गदिगिन धा गदिगिन धा धा तेरेकटे धा ता ता थिंदा ता 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 धिंदा ता दो धिंदा दा धिंदा 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 गिड़गिड़ी धा धिंदा गिड़गिड़ी धा धा धिंदा गिड़गिड़ी ता ता धिंदा गिड़गिड़ी धा धा धिंदा गिड़गिड़ी ता ता धा धा गिड़गिड़ी धा धा गिड़गिड़ी धा धा गिड़गिड़ी धा धा गिड़गिड़ी ता ता धिंदा धिंदा गिड़गिड़ी धा गिड़गिड़ी ता ता धिंदा धिंदा गिड़गिड़ी धा गिड़गिड़ी ता ता धिंदा धिंदा गिड़गिड़ी धा
ताण्डव नृत्यकारी गजानन ताण्डव नृत्यकारी श्री श्री गणपते ताण्डव मध्यगते श्री श्री गणपते ताण्डव मध्यगते त्रिलोकमङ्गल कार्यकृते त्रिलोकमङ्गल कार्यकृते इन्दुरवाहन सिन्दूरशोभन इन्दुरवाहन सिन्दूरशोभन तव श्रीचरणे नित्य चित्तध्याये तव श्रीचरणे नित्य चित्तध्याये ताण्डव नृत्यकरी गजानन ताण्डव नृत्यकरी गजानन ताण्डव नृत्यकरी गजानन ताण्डव नृत्यकरी
श्रीलंबोदर तांडव ईश्वर दिग दिगंबर नृत्य वैसे विघ्न विनाशक गिरिजानंदन विघ्न विनाशक गिरिजानंदन पाप विमोचन सर्वकृते पाप विमोचन सर्वकृते पाप विमोचन सर्वकृते धे तथिनी थिंदक थिनिता धे तथिन थिनक धिनिता गिड़गिड़ धे तथिनी थिंदक थिनिता धे तथिन थिनक धिनिता धिंदा गिड़गिड़ धिंदा ता ता तथिनिता थिंदा तथिंदा 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 ता धिंदा गिड़गिड़ धिंदा ता ता तथिनिता थिंदा तथिंदा 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 ता ता धे तरगड़ धिनिता ता थे तरगड़ थिनिता ता थे तरगड़ धिनिता ता थे तरगड़ थिनिता थिंदा तथिंदा तथिंदा थिंदा तरगड़ ता थे तरगड़ धेया ता 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 थे तरगड़ धेया ता 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 थे तरगड़ धेया ता 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 ता
ताण्डव
What a beautiful performance, Pia. Now, we would like to invite Pia's parents on stage to say a few words.
Thank you so much to everybody for coming and blessing Pia with all your love and support. Thank you so much. Now, I am going to introduce that one person without whom we couldn't even dream about this Ranga Pravesh. Anushri's amazingly talented guru or dance teacher and a very dear friend of mine, Srimati Supradipta Datta, under whose tender, loving guidance Pia has been able to come to this level. Pia, you did an amazing job. I have known Deepta since her two-braided school days when she used to come to our house as a friend of my younger sister's Gokhilite friend. Without further ado, I would like to present Pia's teacher, Guru Supradipta Datta.
Om Guru Pyo Namaha. Namaskar, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Aparnadi, for that lovely introduction. This is going to be my first virtual Ranga Pravesh and Pia's first and only Ranga Pravesh. I am imagining right now that on the other side there are smiling faces who have enjoyed the evening thoroughly. Thank you all who are present here today and those who will be watching this presentation later virtually. Thank you to you all for being here as a witness to this momentous occasion of Pia's life. The past 1.5 years have been very difficult and challenging for all of us. At the lowest points, when we all felt hopeless, dance was a channel of hope for me and my students. Amid all the chaos and uncertainty, the plans for this day was hatched. Classes were online, all of us getting used to the technology and adapting to its quirks. But I am so proud to say that we did it. If you are not a good friend of Pia's, but know her, apart from a little peep now and then, and a sweet smile always, you will not know much about her. Even now, when you ask anything, any question, Pia either answers by saying yes or no. That's one word, Pia. She is quiet and shy. As you heard, I have known Aparnadi since my childhood days. And then I got acquainted with Anupriya, Priya's sister, when she started Odissi with me. I saw this sweet, chubby girl accompanying her sister to class, and every time I had this urge to squeeze her cheeks. I know she hated that. But then she had no choice but to endure me, since soon enough she was enrolled in Odissi as well. All the girls in Pia's class were alike, shy, quiet, obedient, and they always did their homework. But I have to say, Pia never stood out in that class. She always diligently did her work that was assigned to her, but I had never any reason to be dissatisfied with her performance. But she would do what I asked her to do to the T, and I never saw a spark or passion in her. That is, till a few years ago. I do not know what triggered it. Maybe attending workshops with seniors, maybe maturity, All of a sudden, I started noticing a new Pia. Still a quiet girl, I saw a new dancer, soaking in my instructions and embodying each and every move with care. I felt that she started to get it. It was as if a light bulb has been switched on. Suddenly, my chubby Golu Golu Pia transformed into this graceful, matured dances. All of a sudden, everybody started noticing her. Whenever she would perform somewhere, I would hear rave reviews about her diction, her postures, her grace, as if the hard work that she had always put in from day one found a new dimension. And then there has been no looking back. And I'm sure you will agree that it was very evident today as well. But to me, excuse me. To me, the proudest moment was when my guru, after seeing Pia's dance, commented on how well trained she was and what a beautiful dancer she was. Pia is multi-talented. Her aesthetic sense is extremely sophisticated. Miss Vahishta, from whom you heard a while ago, thank you. Thank you, Miss Vahishta, for nurturing that artistry in Pia. All of us who have had the privilege to work with you, we feel so blessed. I see how much you inspire her. Pia's artistic knack is one of the things she has inherited from her extremely talented mother. I am so grateful to Aparnadi and Arupta for trusting me blindly with both their daughters. Aparnadi is perhaps one of the most loving and caring mothers I have ever seen. And her affection has always extended to me as well. She has been there for me always, very silently, for whatever I needed, whenever I needed it, as a friend and as an older sister. Both of Anushri's parents have supported her and me in all the ways they can. And for that, I am so very grateful to them. But let's not forget Anupriya. It all started with her. But Anupriya has been so sweet. And I think Pia doing this Ranga Pravesh, one of the main reasons is Anupriya. I thank Anupriya for not letting Pia relax and making her do what she did today, because I think Anupriya was the one who spotted it first, that Pia is capable of amazing things. So thank you, Gudiya. Today's program faced a grave uncertainty at a point when we were not sure if at all we will have a venue to host this event. Thank you to Lavanya and the Silambam family who have provided this space, beautiful space, for us this evening. Thank you to Kaushik, who is, I'm sure, making good memories for us, taking amazing pictures that will give happiness to us in years to come. Thank you to Jake and Dolores for the beautiful videography. Now I come to some other moms who are second moms to Pia, Durba and Chandradi, who helped Pia look dazzling with all their hard work backstage. Thank you. Now I come to the stars of this evening, the other stars other than Pia. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate two very talented young ladies, Gayatri and Anjali, who have been at the light and sound. Amazing job, ladies. And to my two MCs who have worked very hard with their pronunciations, with what they will say. They have been going to and fro, whether they both should stand here, whether one will stand here, who will stand where. Oh, the list is endless. But nonetheless, I think they are doing an amazing job. It's a beautiful evening because of them, because of their guidance, and because of their rendition of and explanations of the compositions that Pia is presenting. Before I present Pia with her certificate, I would just like to tell her that tomorrow is like a blank page waiting to be filled with your dreams. And tomorrow is going to be a new page because it's Pia's birthday. Today, I mean, not the day we see this video, but the day she's dancing. So, Pia, all you have to do is be yourself and live the story that no one else can live for you, the story of your unique life. And I know dance will always be a part of that amazing story. So be proud, be confident, and most of all, be happy. So I call Pia onto the stage to receive her certificate.
First and foremost, I would like to thank all of you for watching me perform. It really means the world to me so that I can express what I've been working so hard for. It really means the world to me that I have all of your love and support. Lavanyanti and Silambam, thank you for providing such a beautiful venue amongst this craziness that is the pandemic, and as well as Priya Auntie, who lent us these beautiful decorations that you see. Thank you to Ms. Vahishta for not only making the beautiful dancer art piece shown in the foyer, but for always supporting me and showering me with love in whatever endeavor, whether it is related to art, dance, or school. She always gives me these graduation gifts, and it's amazing. I love her. Thank you, Durba Auntie and Chandramashi, for being like my second moms and for helping me backstage and making sure I don't have a drop of sweat for the next dance. I know it was not a pretty sight and not an easy one to handle. Thank you to Jake and Dolores for the amazing videography that all of you are watching right now, and to Goshik Misho for the pictures. I would also like to thank Ria for the cookies. I haven't eaten them yet, I'm sorry, but I know they're going to be delicious. Anusha, thank you for being such a great MC this evening and for always sharing fun stories, and for shuffling around everything and working so hard. Anupriya, thank you for being the other MC. I can say that because you are also the best sister. From squishing my calves to always making me laugh by your silly motivation to always motivating. You were my stress buster and always will be. Thank you, Baba, for always being comforting even though I feel achy when I'm sweaty. And for following my crazy rules during this time, like not being in the room and eating lunch. Thank you, Mama, for being the best person ever. For feeding me nutritional food, making sure I drink my electrolytes, to putting a blanket on me during my impromptu naps. You've truly done it all. And last but not least, Tita Mashi, I would have never gone to this level without you. I'll never forget the years where you would wish me happy birthday and then go on to lecture me on how I need to practice more. I always ended it by, okay, but you knew I was just trying to end the conversation. You are so sincere and caring, even when I'm trying to fight off tears after a dance, or right now, I guess. The preparation for this Ranga Pravesh was anything but normal, but you and your gratitude were a constant in my life. Thank you for having faith in me, even when I didn't have faith in myself. And so always be a part of my life because of you. Where? Oh, where? Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anushri will conclude today's recital with Moksha Mangalam. Moksha means reintegration of the Atma, or the soul, with the Paramatma, or the Absolute. In Indian philosophy, the attainment of salvation is considered to be the ultimate aim of life. Dance is considered a vehicle of sadhana, or a path to salvation. Moksha Mangalam is distinctly divided into two parts. First, the dancer presents a pure dance piece in fast tempo, followed by an abhinaya piece. The pure dance piece is representative of the busy lives we lead, seldom giving thought to the reason of our existence. However, there comes a point in our lives where one starts wondering and searching for the ultimate truth. The dancer finds the answer in the verses of the Mangalam. Today, Anushri has chosen a few verses from the Nirvana Shakatam by Jagadguru Adi Shankaracharya. These verses summarize the basic teachings of Advaita Vedanta, or the teachings of non-dualism. It is believed that when an 8-year-old Shankaracharya was asked about his identity, his answer was in these verses, which Anusha will translate for us.
I am not the mind, intellect, ego, or the thought, nor am I any of the senses. Neither am I the space, nor the earth, nor the air, nor the light. I am Shiva, Satchidananda, the all-pervading consciousness bliss. I do not die, nor do I have doubts. nor any distinction of caste. I do not have a father nor a mother, for I was not born. I have no relatives, nor friends, nor the Guru, nor the disciple. I am Shiva Satchidananda, who is beyond all these. I am without any variation and without any form. I exist everywhere, pervading all senses. I am neither attached, nor free, nor captive. I am the form of consciousness and bliss. I am the all-pervading bliss. Yes, I am the Shiva.
Moksha is based on Rag Bhairavi and set to Ektali, a rhythmic cycle of 4 beats. Choreography is by Padma Vibhushan Guru Shri Kelucharan Mohapatra. The Mangalam is based on Rag Yaman and is choreographed by our very own Srimati Supradipta Datta. This is our concluding presentation. Anusha and I thank you for being such a wonderful audience. Until we meet again, be healthy and safe. We hope to see all of you in person soon. And please welcome for the last time tonight, Pia.
च श्रोतजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुः चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मृत्युर्न शङ्का न मे जातिभेदा पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्मा न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्यः चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुर्व्याप सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणाम् न च सङ्गतं नैव मुक्तिर्न बन्धः चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूप शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् मनोबुद्ध्यहङ्कारचित्तानि नाहम् न च श्रोतजिह्वे न च घ्राणनेत्रे न च व्योमभूमिर्न तेजो न वायुः चिदानन्दरूप